Welcome back, everyone, to another market report. It's Christmas week 2024. So, Merry Christmas to everyone, or Happy Holidays, whichever one you prefer to say. So, this week has been a very interesting week in the Kenosha area market just because it is Christmas week. Well, last week was the week before Christmas. So, the numbers are really down. It's not to be unexpected. A lot of buyers are just not in the market. They're not focused on buying a house, they're more focused on buying their Christmas presents, getting ready for family to come over, getting those last minute shopping details wrapped up, getting their current houses or apartments all ready for family to come over, getting their travel plans wrapped up. So they're not focused on buying a house. They're not focused on selling the houses. So the market last week was very down, I guess you could say. Just not a very active housing market this past week. And the numbers really show that. By the way, I'm Chad Scott, your local Kenosha area expert. I have buyers and sellers reaching out to me every single week asking questions about how they can buy and sell a house. So if you have any questions at all, so if you have any questions at all about how you can buy or so if you have any questions at all about how you can buy or sell a house in the Kenosha area or Racine area, please give me a call or shoot me a text. My number is 262-331-1621. I'm happy to help any way that I possibly can. And make sure you stay till the end of this market report. I have a very funny dad joke for you. Now let's jump into the numbers. So we'll start here with the market action number here, like we usually do. So it is at 48 this week. You can see it did drop another point again. It was at 49 last week, 48.94. It's at 47.79 this week. So more than a full point drop. I think it's just because a weaker than normal buyer's market. There weren't as many transactions this past week, not as many buyers out in the market, not as much activity, not as many sellers putting them house on the market. Just a slower week. This week, Christmas week, it'll probably be even slower. So we'll probably see this market action number drop even further this week. And then the following week, first week of January, we'll probably see this number bounce back up again. It's just the way that happens during Christmas week, the holidays. The number ebbs and flows. Just the way that things happen. The median list price stayed pretty much the same, 289.9 this week, 289.9 last week, so exactly the same, 290. This median price of new listings, so every new listing that came on the market, this actually fell. So it's at 275 this week. It was at 324, 325 last week. So this is actually quite a big drop. So this just tells me that listing agents, when they're talking to their sellers, are looking at comps and sales of listings in their area and just saying, you know what, listings aren't quite selling for what we think that they should be selling for. They're not closing at prices that they've been selling for in the last few weeks. So we suggest that you list your house at a little bit of a lower price. And a lot of sellers are agreeing with that, and they're listing their house at little bit of a lower price. So that's what this median price of new listings is. Price per square foot is holding strong at 189 per square foot. Average days on market held strong or dropped a little bit to 83, down from 85 last week. Not much of a change there. Median days on market. This is more of a indicator of the actual days on market. Here is at 56, up from 49 last week. So as you can see, the average days on market continues to trend upwards here. Price decreases. This is actually down from last week. It was at 53% last week, and we are down to 49% this week. So that's good. I like to see our price decreases under 50%. I would prefer to see that closer to the 20% mark, but under 50% is really good. I don't like to see a bunch of price decreases. That's bad for sellers. But if you're a buyer, that's good. It means that you're getting a good deal on houses because house prices are kind of coming down. You know, sellers are listing them a little bit too high, so they have to decrease the prices. Price increases. This just tells me that an agent made a mistake somewhere, that they listed the house too high, then they had to unlist it and relist it again at a lower price or at a higher price. They listed it too low to begin with, and the seller said, "Hey, I actually wanted to list it at this price," so that they had to unlist it and then relist it again at a higher price. So I wouldn't read too much into this number right here. Or it could have been a builder that said, you know what, actually I think I can get more for this house than what I originally listed it at. So I'm going to try a higher price. That happens sometimes too. Relisted is at 14%. This actually dropped from last week. It was at 16%. So that's a good thing. I don't like to see a bunch of houses relisted every week. So that just tells me that houses are actually selling. So we have buyers that are out there actually buying the houses. They're not expiring. Their sellers aren't having to find a new agent or relist with the same agent. So this is a good thing. We like to see this closer to that 10% mark. So we are turning back down to that 10% mark. Inventory is up to 79, increase from 75 last week. So that's turning back upwards. That's back upwards. Um, this will probably hover right around that 80 mark. It probably won't go. It probably won't shoot up too high in the next. In the It probably won't shoot up too high in the coming weeks, just because, like I said, we are in Christmas season here and New Year's in a couple weeks. So we probably won't see a bunch of sellers listing their house. We'll probably see inventory and sellers coming back on the market in January, and then again in the spring, of course. Median rent here, if you watch my channel for rent prices, it is down to 1798. It was at 1800 last week, so a little bit of a drop here. If you rent, that's a good sign there. We like to see rent prices continue to go down. Again, the market action index number here is at 48, so we like to see the number going down if you're a buyer. Getting closer to the buyer's market number here. As my dog makes a bunch of noise. And then the chart that I pulled up here is the median list price. You'll see that during the summer, median list price went up, 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 and then it trended downwards here. This is 2023. Then the summer here it trended up again. Then we're here in the fall again, in the winter, and it's trending back down again. Just market ebbs and flows. That's what happens. And then you can see here how slow the market is right now. So new listings, there weren't a bunch of new listings. There were only 7, 10, 11 new listings and only 5, 7 total listings sold. So you guys can look at these numbers yourself. I won't go through them too thoroughly. The price range that everybody's looking in, this like 200 to 250 is, or even less price range here that everybody's kind of like the new starter home price range here. There's only one new listing here and only 2 of them sold. So there's actually a net decrease in listings here, which is, but if you look at the days on market here, you can see the days on market of every price range here is ticking up here. I would say the average days on market right now for every price range is right around that 30, 35 mark. I know that the chart up there says it's closer to like 40 something. It says it's closer to 56, but I would say it's actually closer to like 40-ish. Actually, I'll probably cut that off. And if you look at the days on market here, you can see the days on market of every price range here ticking up. Uh, if you take the average of everything, that's where they get the average of days on market here, or the median average of days on market here of 56 here, and average days on market of 83. They take all these numbers here and they add them up and then they divide them. A little more math goes into that than what I just did there, the basic math here. But yeah, this is kind of your last week's market snapshot in a quick video, real quick for you guys. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Happy to answer any questions you have. I hope you got a little bit of value out of this. If you guys got some value out of it, please make sure that you share this with your friends, send it to your family. I'm sure that they're curious about what the Kenosha market is doing. Maybe they're thinking about selling in the spring. Maybe they're thinking about selling this winter still. Maybe they have to sell for whatever reason. I'm happy to help anyone, answer any questions. Onto that dad joke that I promised you guys. What do cows? Why do why do cows wear cowbells? Because they're onto that dad joke that I promised you guys. Onto that dad joke that I promised you guys. Why do cows wear cowbells? Because their horn. Why do cows wear cowbells? Because their horns don't work. Ha 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 ha. Hilarious, right? I know, super corny, but that's why we love dad jokes, right? Hope you guys have a fantastic week. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the time with your family. And I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one, guys. I actually don't like that. I hope that you have a fantastic week. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the time with your family. And I can't wait to see you next week.